I still maintain that the single smartest thing ever broadcast by The View was the time when Whoopi Goldberg farted and burped at the exact same time during a live broadcast. Have a listen.
We'll still believe that he cared enough about his wife to pay the... That was gas. Pay.
Yes, we're well aware, and The View is undefeated in their gassy takes on Jesus this time. So The View is deciding to pop off on a Jesus controversy this week and did exactly what they often do, which is be 100% empirically and verifiably wrong, to the point of it being criminal here. Joy Behar saying, Jesus didn't just run around calling himself the Messiah. I'm the Messiah. No, that's exactly what Jesus said. I am the Messiah. No, he did not, says Joy Behar. Jesus was modest, okay? Go ahead and listen
Jesus
to the
himself
tape.
did not run around saying, I'm the Messiah, I'm the Messiah.
Jesus kind of did say he was
You're
the
supposed to have a little bit of...
That's exactly what Jesus said. I am the Messiah.
You know what?
No, he did not.
It's
Jesus
been a minute
was more
since I
Here's the
heard
thing.
things.
The Pope's
Listen, I
got
knew
his...
Jesus,
He's
okay?
got God behind.
She just said, I knew Jesus.
Jesus was not narcissistic like this guy.
But when you are the Messiah, it's not narcissism to say it.
Yes, it is.
When you are the Messiah.
I'm going to move this along because this is like, it's too much for me.
Really great
Pope
criticism
has God
of
with him.
Jesus.
Yes. You know,
Jesus
really
Smart criticism of Jesus there by The View. Joy Behar is critiquing Christ. Now, let's just take these
Saying,
words.
I'm the Messiah, I'm the Messiah.
Jesus didn't just go around saying, I'm the Messiah, I'm the Messiah. All right, let's go ahead and check. The woman said to him, I know the Messiah is coming, the one called the Anointed. And when he comes, he will tell us everything. Jesus said to her, I am he, the one who is speaking to you. At that moment, the disciples returned, and they were amazed that he was talking to a woman. Still said, what are you looking for? Why are you talking with her? And the woman left the water jar and went to the town and told the people, come see the man who told me he is the Messiah. Jesus did literally say he is the Messiah. This is from John chapter 4. Oh, there's plenty more. Why not? The high priest rose before the assembly and questioned Jesus, saying, have you no answer? What are these men testifying against you? But he was silent and answered nothing. Again, the high priest told him, are you the Messiah, the Son of the Blessed One? And Jesus said, I am. And you will see the Son of Man seated at the right hand of power, coming on the clouds of heaven. Okay, seems pretty clear that, by the way, that statement got Jesus crucified. Now let's go again here, shall we? But who do you say that I am? Jesus asked. Simon Peter jumped up and said, you are the Messiah, the Son of the living God. And Jesus said to him in reply, blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah, for flesh and blood has not revealed this to you, but my heavenly Father. Well, that seems pretty demonstrable that Jesus is saying that he's the Messiah. And has Joy Behar ever read the Bible? Might be the next question. Real exchange from the Bible scholars on The View. Joy Behar says Jesus didn't run around saying he's the Messiah. I said it would be narcissistic to do that. I love that she criticizes Jesus at the very end when the other women of The View say, no, Jesus did say he's the Messiah many times. Joy Behar said, well, Jesus shouldn't do that. This is the level we've gotten to on The View of dialogue. Listen here to this.
Not narcissistic like this guy.
But when you are the Messiah, it's not narcissism to say it.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is, says Joy Behar. I shall criticize Jesus. This is what you get when you watch The View. In addition to the Pope, Dolly Parton, and the Dalai Lama, Joy Behar puts The View on the list of people that you shouldn't pick a fight with. Joy Behar, you will come as a shock to your senses to learn that she is actually raised Catholic. So Catholics down bad here. Josephine Victoria Joy Behar is an American comedian. I don't think so. She was born Josephine Victoria Occhiluto in 1942 in Brooklyn. She's the only child of a Roman Catholic family of Italian descent. You know, I could see if she's from another faith tradition, if she's Jewish, or if she, I don't know, just doesn't practice any religion at all. But no, she actually not only was raised Roman Catholic, but she went to Catholic school. And then she got a BA in sociology from Queens College in 1964. Well, I can pinpoint your problem right there. There you go. Joy Behar is a Democrat as well. I don't know if she's practicing. I'm not sure. They need to end the stupidity of Joy Behar. Joy Behar never read the Bible. These women are stains on society. And, well, I mean, maybe that's true. What did Jeffrey Epstein know about the women of The View? And just an important reminder that the women of The View were mentioned multiple times in the Epstein files. Whoopi Goldberg is mentioned 24 times, 21. Alyssa Farah Griffin is 20 times. Joy Behar is mentioned 3 times. Joy Behar was like in like little clips, right? Little clippings of, her on media and stuff. There's no indication that Joy Behar was trying to be friends with Epstein or anything like that. But they were sending Joy Behar clips and commentary to each other. Sounds like hell on earth. It also sounds like hell on earth when you are being turned down by Jeffrey Epstein from flying in his jet. And this is the one that I find really funny. Whoopi Goldberg's agent got down on their knees and begged Jeffrey Epstein to fly on his jet to France. And the big promise was that Jeffrey Epstein could spend all of this time with Whoopi Goldberg by himself on the jet. That's what the emails show. Whoopi Goldberg is very upset about that, saying, I didn't know that they were looking for a plane. I had no idea. I don't know. Well, they offered you up to Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein's response was, no thanks. Kind of pretty smart, honestly. So it's been a exciting and hysterical meltdown. White House attacks The View after Joy Behar says Trump is jealous of Obama. Joy's an irrelevant loser. You should self-reflect before her show is the next to be pulled off the air. I did ask about The View from the FCC commissioner. And he was on the show. His name's Brendan Carr. And I said, how can somebody who's getting American tax dollars, the ABC gets American tax dollars and all these special goodies that no other broadcaster gets, we certainly don't get, in order to broadcast fair and balanced reporting and give equal time. So how is this equal time, right? How are having 6 or 7 Democrats and only Democrat guests ever on your show equal time? Here's what Brendan Carr had to say. The View is under investigation. Yeah, the Vatican for extremely unhappy left-wing single women sitting at home in the middle of the day is The View, and they tune in religiously. And this has been a show that we obviously love because it provides an enormous amount of hilarity and content for us. But you're not laughing at all, as the FCC here has opened an enforcement action against The View over Democrat James Tallarico's interview. Can you unpack this for us, Mr. Chairman?
Yeah, so Congress long ago passed a regulation, equal time, equal opportunity. So if you're going to have one political candidate on, you have to offer comparable time and placement to others, because Congress didn't want media gatekeepers deciding the outcome of elections. They wanted individual people to do that. Now, there's an exception to that rule for things that are called bona fide news programs. And Congress had in mind things like the old school Meet the Press. Now, flash forward to today, and every broadcast TV show apparently thinks that they're bona fide news, including The View. The View, Disney's product, is literally asserting that they are a bona fide news program and therefore do not have to comply with equal time. And we have launched an enforcement matter in that. We have welcomed them to file a petition with the FCC to try to obtain bona fide news status. And if they do that, we're going to take a look at it. But I think it shocks a lot of people to think that Disney's The View is itself bona fide news. And we'll see how this enforcement investigation plays out.
What about the balance on The View? I mean, is it, it's given the fact that this is a publicly licensed broadcaster, I mean, having a table full of 5 shrieking left-wing women, agitating and campaigning against the president every chance they get, telling lies about the president, on Epstein Island and so on, as they've done, getting handed a note every 7 seconds, right, by their lawyers for corrections. I mean, is this something that ABC should be really broadcasting?
Well, part of the bona fide news analysis asks, and this is just in FCC case law for decades is, are you motivated by partisan political purposes in the production of the program? And so when The View comes forward, either on its own or part of our investigation, that's what we're going to look at. We also have a policy at the FCC for broadcasters that goes to conflict of interest. So if you have a personal political conflict of interest on a matter that you're covering on a program, our rules say that you should disclose that. We're not saying you can't, be politically active, but in terms of, transparency being the best disinfectant. So we're also taking a look at, do we need to reinvigorate the FCC's personal political conflict of interest policy with respect to broadcasters? And we'll see where that goes.